Hi guys, welcome to this video. It's going to be a quick video about how to count macros. So in my previous video I talked about what macros were, and this series, before I kind of get on to the actual topic of the video, is just it's going to be like fitness in general and for basically just focused towards beginners. So I explain what macros are. I'm going to tell you in this video how to calculate macros. Then I'm going to go over some like basic workouts for each muscle group. So just kind of give you an idea of what you should be doing when you're kind of a beginner in the gym and what you should be focusing on. Okay, so welcome to this video. The topic of today's video is how to calculate macros. And to do this, well, there's lots of ways you can do this. So like we said in the previous video, macros are proteins, carbs, fats. I'm going to talk about how you calculate that in my next video. But to actually track macros, I use, and lots of people in the world use, an app called MyFitnessPal. I'm going to show you now how you'd use it. Okay, so here you can see you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if I scroll to the top, I have kind of my calories for the day, and then it'll go minus 0 at the moment because I haven't put anything in. But as you add food in, that number will increase, and it'll tell you it'll tell you how many calories you got left. So all you need to do is you can be as strict as you want, but you don't need to be ridiculously strict. You just need to, if you have like a fried egg, you can just type in fried egg, and then you can put it in. And maybe the first time you put it, kind of just check, making sure that the figure's right. It's just all the data on here is from people that have input this data themselves. So sometimes the calories will be filled in, but there won't be any of the proteins, fats or carbs. Just make sure it kind of looks about right. You can scan barcodes on your food. So if you have like a protein bar, you can either type it in or just scan it. All that's fine, but the biggest hassle is when you have to, when you're weighing food. So if you're cooking your own like chicken breast or like a spaghetti bolognese, I wouldn't especially if you're a beginner, I wouldn't really worry about, if you got onions in there or like chopped tomatoes, I wouldn't worry about weighing that, but just because they have such little calories. But if it's things like minced meat or pasta, you'll have to weigh it. So you're gonna have to need some scales. I'll put a link down below of some like really good scales that I use. You can get them on Amazon, they're very cheap. So you're gonna need the app. It's called MyFitnessPal. And yeah, it's pretty much got any food on there. Just like I said, make sure it looks okay. And yeah, each day you can track it, type in what you've got, and then you can easily see how many more fats, carbs, and proteins you need. And if you skip to the next video for tips on how to, what macros you should be using.